Alright, now that the engine is out of the truck finally, we can tear down. So, I don't want to bore you guys with obviously easy things that just have to be done. We removed the accessories, removed the push rods, the rocker arms, everything. We are now on the last bolt for the driver's side head. We're going to take that off, pull the head off, take a look at it and inspect it, see if we can see anything funky happening in the pistons there, and then we're going to move to the passenger side. If we don't see anything up at the top, as we suspected, it's bottom end, we're going to flip the engine and we're going to take the pan off and inspect underneath. So let's jump in it. Let's waste no time. Let's go find out what the heck happened and fix it. Alright, we got this last one bolt to undo in order to have this header off. Let me move a heater so we don't die here. Oh, 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 alright. What in the heck just fell? Oh. A dowel. Well, the cylinders don't look bad at all, to be honest. I think that could be the issue. Maybe a loose lifter? Tray holder? Causing the lifters to skip, maybe? I don't know if that could make that noise though. It's interesting. Alright, let's get to the other side. Alright. Grab the drill. And back gun. Test it on this side. Back coolant block. These pistons look pretty good too.
What I'm talking about. See, like this piston here? See how it's sitting above the deck? That's TDC on that. That's below.
And that is below.
So.
Old bent rod.
Or dispatch rods. And that one's below deck. Why is that one above? That one goes above deck. This one's bent too.
We may have bent a few rods. I guess we're gonna flip the engine over after.
That one's okay. That one's okay. That one's okay. Front two are bent.
Oh boys. LS life. Gang.
Engines are always such a mess.
I know.
Even when you're doing everything clean and nice, they still make a mess.
I know. Alright. Time to rip this bottom half off. I need to get...
No, the oil filter off this thing yet, Mike. Christ. But
bigger than a 1-inch. Uh-oh. I don't know. I got something bigger than a 1-inch. gun.
Everything's sticking with the gun.
Oh, yeah.
Get another 10 while you pull the pickup out. 13.
Okay. Alright, so upon inspection of the pickup tube, there are some metal chunks in there. So let's remove the pickup tube and this tray and see what the fuck fucked. I just want to rip this off real quick. Alright, time to zip.
This is a good magnet, not a great magnet.
Good enough to lift that
Huh?
3-pound thing up.
Yeah, bent rod. See?
Oh, look at that bend. That one's bent too.
That one's bent pretty good.
Alright, let's show you guys. That rod's supposed to be straight. It is not straight anymore. It is part of the LGBTQAI plus bent rod community. And then this was also bent. It's harder to see. But for sure. 1 and 2. Bent! Welcome back. Okay, so this is, I guess, day 2 of taking the engine apart because we took everything off that we possibly could. We took all of the caps off. We took the back of the engine plate off. So now we can see the cam and we can see the bottom of the crank, the back of the crank actually. But now we need to take the pulley off to be able to take the whole front timing cover off. And when we took the front timing cover off, we then can pull the crank out because then it's, you know, it is unattached to the engine. Oh, I have to remove the oil pump. So I'll show you that right here. So we got the pulley. We'll have to take the timing cover off, and then we got the chain there. You can see it there, the double roller. And I didn't have a puller. I went to Canadian Tire, they didn't have a puller. I went to Parts Source, they didn't have a puller. So I just said, fuck it. I'm just gonna buy one from Amazon. It's 70 bucks. And let me show you this. It's actually really nice. We're gonna see how the quality is. But check this out. For 70 bucks, I read a lot of reviews that this is exactly how the Mac one is, minus the Mac name. So this is 70 Canadian, so probably like 50 American. Comes in a cool green case, kind of stands out compared to all the other cases we got for tools. It comes with the bolt, and yeah, so let's ram that. harmonic balancer off. We're gonna put an ATI on it. It is really blurry, and I'm sorry for that. We're gonna run an ATI balancer, so this is just gonna become waste, and we gotta get this apart. Let's go. All right, this tool fit on really nicely. I did not have to modify anything. I did not have to change anything. That is way too big for that. It wants this one. We had to go with the longest one to make sure it fit, but we probably should go the other way. We're trying to pull this off. She's still pretty tight there. Make sure you guys can see this still. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Slowly she's coming off. She's been on there for a little bit. It actually was off recently because we put the oil pump on. So I had to put the milling oil pump on. This tool, I'm gonna put the description in the below. Highly recommend. Let's just make sure when I take this off, the rod isn't bent. That's a big. Alright, awesome. I mean, it's okay. Alright, next step is take cut timing cover off. Just a bunch of 10 mils all the way around. Nothing crazy. This should just come right off. Just like that. Get this all nice and cleaned up. All right. For the next thing is these oil pump bolts. We gotta put our timing cover bolts in. Nice and labeled, ready to be put back on without missing anything. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Did this with the V. Made sure everything was good. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 for the pump bolts. Alright, so next thing to tear down is this oil pump. I'm an idiot. Complete idiot. Alright, once these 4 bolts are out, this should slide forward just like that, yes. This comes with it, I believe. Made in USA. Ah shit, we got some oil coming out here. Well, it sucks, but it is what it is. Oil pump in action. The next is the cam gear. This big old juicy cam gear. Alright. Now the magic happens. You can take the cam. She's on there. There we go. Take the cam gear, pull that up, pull that off. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Just greasy. That is a beautiful piece. It's like a chain. Do 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 do. That'd be a heavy ass chain. Now the cam plate has to come off. But before we run anywhere, let's do the honors of removing the crank. Oh yeah. There she is. The whole crank removed. That's pretty cool, to be honest. I'm gonna tilt this up here. That is not very sturdy on its own, so I'm gonna let it rest on the ground. That's pretty cool, ladies and gentlemen. We have my very first teardown of an engine. Alright, so the cam plate here has 4 bolts. These all come out. They all obviously get torqued to spec when you're building the motor. Cam plate comes off nicely. I probably should get a new cam plate. That's pretty gross. It looks like some oil was seeping around that, so let's make mental note of that. Put that over here. Need a new cam plate because that's gonna let oil. Yeah, this is all oily here. Now here's the fun part. I'm not too hard pressed about. Oh my god, do you know how much easier this is having no rods in here? And you can just whoop whoop slide this bad boy out. I'm not hard pressed about the cam bearings because the cam bearings are being replaced with the motor build. I'm gonna run that part number, but I'm pretty sure that's the right one. So yeah, here's my comp cam that was in this. Take off these. I don't think it's a 10mm bolt though, is it? Oh yeah. Let's see how these bad boys look. Whew. Just saying, old engines, they stink when you take them apart. This engine is stinky. Oh, look at that. Lifters are just flying out of this engine. That's hilarious. Can they just get pushed through? Learn something? Oh, they can. Oh my god, it stinks. Whew. That's so weird, but it's very true. This engine has never been opened. Till now. They don't want to come out like that. Wow. Look at these old fucking things. I'm very impressed they were making 800 real horsepower. This guy was ready to actually fall through this way. Alright. Holy crap. I mean, they're not Look at that. They're good still. I mean, but they're not going back in the motor. We got some nice BTR ones coming. I'm a big BTR guy. I'm gonna keep these. Not that I'm gonna reuse them, but potentially could, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'll throw these out. Rest in peace, 400,000 kilometers. Making all the boost, just screaming for its life. Okay, so that is the engine teardown. We now have everything out of the engine, everything off of the engine. We are going to be sending it off to get the whole head, all the engine, everything machined and everything. Make sure it's flat, checked before we put in the new crank, new pistons, new main bearings, new cam bearings, new rod bearings, new lifters, pistons, rods, you name it, top to bottom, getting all forged. It wants to make a lot of power this year, so you got to give it the good stuff. So yeah, other than that, we're going to be tackling it. So let me show you it a bit so you guys can see. This thing is dirty. I can't wait for it to be cleaned. Get all new seals, new gaskets, everything. If you guys like the video, please subscribe, share it, let people know that we're out here building the Angry Grandpa in tribute to my grandpa who passed away from cancer, who would be pissed if he knew I was spending this much on the truck. But you know what? I'm also doing it in memory of him, building it for, my charity drive for cancer. So guys, it's been a blast. We got lots to do. I hope to see you all in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what your favorite thing about this truck is and maybe what kind of power you think this is going to make in. All right, see y'all later. Peace.
Jack it up.